Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Magic Arena Runs. Need to adjust my camera a little bit. And we're at the tail end of Midweek Magic. Had a very busy middle of the week, so sometimes actually catching up with Midweek Magic is a bit of a pain. Thank goodness that this week's Midweek Magic is Phantom Sealed. It's not Phantom Draft, it's Phantom. Okay, so this is basically my second shot at Sealed. I might post my earlier video, but then again maybe not, because that seal pool was it's really common uncommon centric now. You really need to if you can't get those running, there are a few really good rares, but those are not necessarily enough. Like for example, Haughty this one is the Soul Canard is kind of tempting, but right out of the gate, I am probably going to run the black for Evolved Sleeper and Shadow Right Priest. Those are more reliable. Danita is a nice addition as well. Not so sure about the Vodalian Mindslinger, but we'll take a look and see. I feel a bit cheated. That should have been draft, not seal. Anyway, so our lands do not support black at all. That might be a problem. Let's check out our other lands. Nope, and we only have Vanquisher's Axe. Let's check our multicolored cards, which is a little bit hard to go through because now everything with kicker is going to reflect here. And not quite much, actually. Tempted to run the Soul Canard just for the sake of it. Elas El Core is looking promising. White-black, it does look promising a bit. So let's start with the white and the black. Removal is pretty much king here, and outside of the two Destroy Evils, we have nothing as far as removal is concerned. We have the Vanguard is okay as a 3/2. Take up the shield is a nice defensive. Oh wait, never mind. I take it back. There are two Citizens Arrests. Stall for time. We can kind of splash, maybe splash a color. We have a blue splash possible. So yeah, I take it back. We do have enough. We do have enough removal. Let's take a look at the black. Okay, we have the Evolved Sweeper. The blue splash is looking kind of reasonable. Send Your Connoisseur is decent enough as a top end. No cut downs. Battle Rage Blessing, another combat trick. Fire Action Rager is okay. Highest mana value among cards in your graveyard. So we could get this as high as 6 if ever. Tattered Apparition, flying 2/2, that's fine. There's a Choking Miasma. We have a bit of ways to go. Not really that many clerics. There's 1, 2. But even then, if I were to sacrifice a cleric, what would I search for? It's black creature card. And I guess we could do quick tech to Soul Canard. This you could catch someone you could catch someone unawares with this. Okay, so we have an interesting plan here, but let's set up our base here. Definitely want that. Definitely want this. I'm having memories of black red. No, there's a Phoenix Chick, no lightning. Oh, there's one lightning strike. Twin Inferno is fine. There's one Jaya's Fire Nado, so 2 pieces of removal. I tried black red last time, it didn't turn out great. This one does have slightly more removal. Target creature or planeswalker. Oh, actually red has a lot more removal now. This is looking more promising. Like, ignoring the kicker is plausible because we are planning to run Soul Canard anyway. So let's put Soul Canard down as a trial. We have a blue-red land. So we're literally just missing. Unfortunately, we have no real mana fixing here. What we have from blue, the Haughty that I probably don't plan to run. Also, put it on the battlefield, which is actually a good deal. Human pirate. I went no, sorry, I didn't go black red. I went blue red splashing. No, I went blue black splashing a little bit of red. That's what I did. It combat research is a meh. Gain control. Well, we could kick once for red, but that's about it. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of thinking to do here. But I can already see that I probably will only be running blue for. I will only be running blue for this. So maybe black red. Do I still want to splash white? We could splash white, actually. I think there is enough room for splashing white. With mana value 3 or less, we'll have to do a sanity check on the mana values. Aggressive sabotage is fine. But let's put... Oh yeah, let's go into red because... Okay, so... Not kicking those. These are removal spells. And it's creature or planeswalker. So, once we get the removal spells on the way... And this is fine. Flowstone Kabu is quite important. I don't want to run Rafa here because of the double blue, and we're trying to skip out on that. We might even skip. Okay, so Maria's Outrider is fine. I guess we run the War Brute. Will we have enough creatures to run Chick? Not so sure. Goblin Picker. It's a 2/2 for 2. We can just run that. Flowstone Infusion's always solid removal. We're running black red. When a creature you control dies, draw a card. I guess we can run Warhost Frenzy, 4 mana plus the draw card. So let's say I run that. Am I really running white just for Elas? Or can I run white for Danita? Okay, that's our other white option. So we're not gonna run. We could splash blue. We could kick for blue, but that's about it. I need to since we're going this route, we can't exactly run the Citizen's Arrest anymore, but we can alternate to that plan. Baird, if you control with power greater than its base power, between the Enlist, the Flowstone Kavu. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, how many of those do we have? 7. Okay, so that's reasonable. So Battle Rage Blessing doesn't pump. Evolve Sleeper will always be greater than its base, so that is an interesting plan. Yeah, I guess we run Baird here. So let's do a check on our lands. So since our white is mostly a splash, we can run the beachfront, 1 beachfront, 1 tributary, 2 sacred peaks. Again, we do not have any for black, so all our black is going to be all of our black is going to be basic swamps. We could run the Radiant Grove as far as but our domain is exclusively just for Mara's Outrider. Let's hope that one damage does not make a complete difference. Besides, we're still main black, all things considered. Oh, we're actually closer to main red. Let's see if we can make an adjustment here. Oh. Yes. Yeah, it's open. So aggressive sub. I could sub. Yeah. Mang papa kung i-bet mo. Yeah. Yeah, okay lang. Okay, sige. Need to think this through. We have quite a bit of removal here. The Amplifier feels like one of the weaker picks, though we do have 7 instants and sorceries. It is a cheap way to get the 3/2. Elas seems to be it's awkward, but we can kind of run into it. I'm tempted to just cut the island altogether since we don't have a way to tutor for basics. The plains makes more sense here. Yeah. Let's cut the island. We're gonna run a 16 land special. Sorry, no room for Twinferno, no room for Phoenix Chick. Let's hope that this is gonna be one of the very awkward. This is gonna be a very awkward sealed deck if ever. But I guess we'll make it. We'll make do with it. Let's see how it pans out. I do like that there is a bit more option here, and at least we only need to look for black and red. Remember, we only have very few clerics here, so I am willing to just run out the Shadow Rite Priest. Yeah, it probably dies immediately, but we're kind of fine with it. Alternately, we can take the hit for now, Fire Action Rager, and then if, say, the Rager dies, which is probably gonna happen, we can go Balduvian Atrocity. To get it back. Okay, we got our first removal spell. No. Again, we're not too... the kicker is nice, but it's not. We're not too reliant on that. Opponent not gonna give it to us, so... This is an instant though, so that's something to remember. Let's see how our opponent decides to block. We'll let the damage resolve first. Lead off on Flowstone Infusion. Opponent might just try to mill. Yeah, they're just gonna mill us for one. Let's hope it's not too pain. It's Solkanar. Can we get it from the graveyard? No, it's just search your library. So we have one other way to get it, but Shadow Rite Priest is not gonna be that way, so we're gonna just run him out. We're gonna save Fires of Victory because as long as we are judicious about how we play, we'll definitely play LS. I am tempted to just run out the... Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna snipe this now. If our opponent has a combat trick, there is the indestructible... Okay, no, lets it go. So we're gonna kind of save cards for a bit. Technically, we did lose that one reason to save cards, but extinguish the light, that's fine. What's that? If the mana value is 3 or less, so they actually gain some life there. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, the reason I played that... Meteorite, we lose LS. Splattered Goblin for the trade. I'm actually gonna trade it now. I figured our opponent might not bite, but also note that they have a lot of okay, they're flooded. We're also kind of flooded at this point as well. But in this case, we have a use for it. It's a shame we could not get back the Fire Action Rager. We might just get back LS. And opponent concedes. Okay, so both of us got flooded. We just had, but we had more things to do with our flood. Also, I would say, yeah, very interesting card choices are. The Defender deck is probably more of a drafting than. Oh, thanks, I got another Sunbolt Sentinel. Defender deck is more of a drafting than sealed. Unless your sealed pool is... There are some common defenders. They're spread out on all the colors, but most of the good defenders are... can't really run this. Black and red are pretty much our main our main drops, we can bin LS to the side. We're probably just gonna run Amplifier on turn 2, hold up either the Blessing or Lightning Strike next turn, based on the situation. But yeah, we're gonna bin LS. Being able to get in for 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 damage off our opener. And always, we have a double black card, but always run out the off color, the color that you need more. It's a shame we can't run this with Kicker, but we need that. But we need this drop. Let's see if our opponent actually, a cut down would really annoy us. Also, it will dodge Battle Rage Blessing. Let's see if our opponent's probably not that likely to. Well, you never know. Okay, we hit Choking Miasma. No need to reveal that off the bat. And also, interesting note that the usual play of casting this end of turn is probably not gonna happen. Also, where are my crystal grottos at, man? We don't have a way to kick this, but for the most part, this is still quite fine. Yeah. We do have one way to protect it. If it's a cut down, we can't really protect from it. Oh no, we actually have a way to protect it though. We can cast both our instants, put it out of range that way. But it looks like our opponent is content to do absolute. They might have instant. No, they don't. Well, they did invest in these really nice lands. I will give them that. Meanwhile, I'm stuck with these on Baldur's Gate. Ah, it's fine. Deathbloom Gardener, so now because it's Death Touch, we can just run Battle Rage Blessing and save the Lightning Strike. There is a 1 mana unsummoned though, so we'll have to keep that in mind. I would love to be able. There is also the possible trick of just playing Senjure Connoisseur, run the Amplifier, see if our opponent's willing to go for the trade. Highly doubt it. Okay, we hit our 5th color. I'm tempted to actually just go for it now. Now, granted, they have 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. I'd say it's still worth it. Yeah, opponent's not gonna let. Opponent's gonna find they might have removal for this. This is lightning strikeable, which would be sad, but can't be helped. Sometimes it is very common removal at that. Actually, as far as common removal goes, there's quite a good amount of them. I would say I'd also try to be careful with Choking Miasma if as well. So let's give that one a opponent goes for a Scavenger. That's, well, search for, well, so they impulse. Not bad, not bad. It'll be lost if I just Choking Miasma the whole board, but we have a. I want to see how our opponent blocks here. Artillery Blast, steel. Yep, that's why we hold up the Indestructible. And Yeah, before they block, since they invested all that much, let's just pop this. There you go. Now, this only pumps power, so this I am we'll see how our opponent goes off on the side. They now have 4. Yeah, they had 4 already. We had to blow everything up, so that was a bit of a extinguish the light. Okay, but they're not exactly using this for black mana, so we are able to just get in with this guy for the time being. I kind of want to cast this just to be able to cast Goblin Picker. No, it'll be really awkward if it turns out our opponent has some. It'll be really awkward if it turns out our opponent has other drops that are just like 2, but at this much mana, well, they have many cards also. Defiler of Dreams. Okay, we were not gonna get past that. Eerie Soul Tender, mill 3 cards. There is no card that I would want to get back natural. Well, G2 Amplifier. The Connoisseur is also a possible one, but we're just gonna run out the Soul Tender first. And those are very good. That's a very good mill. We did not need any more swamps at that point. So our choices, we could get back Connoisseur, but man, that's expensive. Yeah, remember, this is quite expensive. The only ooh, that's spicy. Do I have hard I don't think I have actual hard removal. So that might be a case where you do want the white. Yeah, Kavu's not gonna quite do it. Thankfully, this does not have trample, so I could just wait for this. If our opponent gets really antsy, we could just get there with Menace. But yeah, the Defilers are pretty good. This one is a little bit more vulnerable than the rest. We spent our Lightning Strike already. If Herloon battle him. Let's see. Unfortunately, if I had one more red mana, I would just nuke this to Oblivion, counter the spell that way. Opponent might not even bother to attack with Marrow, which would make sense. And this is the part where I generally complain, but there are decent uncommons as well. So I do get to snipe the Pixie Illusionist. I would have to be guessing. Let's see. Not the worst plan. We're still probably gonna die in a few turns, but the Evolved Sleeper might be able to buy us some time. And opponent still has something up their sleeve. It's Yoda the Unifier. Blech. So that's why they went. It's X is the number. Oh, it's a 6/6 by default. And that. Oh. Well, they did get rewarded for that. We're not gonna win this one. But we could at least. Yeah, also you can pay 3 and exiling 4 cards from their graveyard. They can get this back so many times it's not even fun. Yeah, and that pump. Yeah, unfortunate. This is an early drop. It's not. It doesn't work as a late drop. Yeah. Well, we sealed is probably the best place to build the domain deck. We kind of went along that route. We're just gonna see if we can make it work. If we can make it work with that regard. It's all about managing those synergies. I am considering bringing in the. Yeah, we don't have an extinguish the light actually. Okay, so super sketchy. I'm willing to keep this only because this is midweek magic. We're probably not. We probably won't lose so. And also, I got wrecked by an evolved sleeper last time. Direction missionary. We're not getting past that. Might as well pay for it. Yeah, this one's actually quite decent. Does our opponent have removal? Actually, with between the green and the black, they probably do. Charismatic Vanguard. Okay, not quite. We did hit our third mana. Oh wait. Great with power greater than its base power. So yeah, it doesn't work like that. Ooh, then this is gonna be painful. Opponent did not attack into it though. We are running into mana issues. I could make this into a 3/3, but I kind of want to hold up the Battle Rage Blessing. Actually, Warlord's Frenzy is also pretty decent if we want to try to cut through. But we're gonna wait on this because we can make this a 3/3 Death Touch right now. Alternately, I could just cast Battle. They might have a combat trick. Oh, they let it go. Some enlistment. Well, that takes care of that threat, but we are still in. So. Actually, we'll just set it now. We kind of missing our land drops is a pain. Opponent not attacking with Direction Missionary for quite a while has been an interesting thing. Also, oh, they're just kicking it. Okay, we hit our 4th mana. What does that give us? It gives us a really large Warlord's Frenzy. I could draw a card, lose a life, and yeah, because this one's only a 2/2 right now. I could cast Baird. No, let's play it safe. We already played the land, so I'm not gonna go for Evolve Sleeper land drop. Opponent goes Heirloom. Thankfully, not legendary. It's still a big buff though. I'm gonna prompt this first. Okay, draw land. 3-2. Will block with the 2-2 because I'm super suspicious about this last card. So I could go Danita. I can also just go Jaya's Firenado right now. Yeah, this is a sorcery, so we have to cast this now if ever. I guess we could just keep holding everyone back. Let's just because I can I can swing with the Evolved Sleeper. It trades for 2 cards. And Danita is now the scarier one. We are still... And that trade is fine. Because creature still has to be legendary. Although 5/5 is a bit... No, the 5/5 is fine here. Walking Bulwark. Sure. Fires of Victory also does it. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to Warlord's Frenzy. Our opponent's gonna try to buff this one. It's going to swing as a 4/4. Captain's call. Okay. Opponent's now empty-handed. Opponent can start chump blocking with the tokens, but most likely our opponent's gonna just... Okay, so... Actually, we... Among cards in your graveyard, we don't have the Firenado down yet. I probably played the Goblin Picker. We can still hold up... That allows us to still hold up Warlord's Frenzy. We are 1 removal spell from losing Danita, which is something to be concerned with. And our opponent has the correct colors for it. Okay, to return some target graveyard cards. Okay. That's a decent trick. At least we have a... Okay, so... One, okay, so... Just a light trade. We need to hold this back because we know our opponent is going to drop the Crusher. Yeah, we didn't kick it, but that's fine. Balduvian Atrocity. It's a bit late for that. We'll just drop the War Leech for now. At least our opponent's cards are known value. Though 4/6 does make it harder to kill. Yeah, that one's a bigger problem. Hold on. I can cast Atrocity with Kicker. I will lose out on Warlord's Frenzy. It's still better than doing a Firenado on something. And also, I might just end up pitching this one to Goblin Picker. So... An interesting combat trick also would be to pitch something larger. We're gonna see how our opponent blocks. Okay, no. Let's see. We can. Yeah, the order doesn't really matter that much here. And yeah. It draws us a card, which, okay, it's should have waited to play a land. I would have been able to drop Solkanar, and we might actually be saving our Fire Nado for Solkanar at this point. So this becomes a 4 for a sign. If I can get back what will I get back with this tree drop? Knowing that it would get sacrificed right away. Let's just cast the Phyrexian Rager first. Coalition Brute. Definitely will cast this one. We're definitely going to save this one. I'm assuming our opponent finally has a combat trick for this. No, opponent's letting it go. So, yeah, not gonna cast either of those. We're probably gonna end up just pitching the land. Line Breaker, Baloth. Okay, that's our now that's our target. Also helps that our opponent is... Okay, nope, never mind. Opponent moved it. We might be able to hit one... D2 amplifier, return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. That's one way to wreck someone's day. Sure, they get to cast it again, but it's not the worst here. This is admittedly really slow going. They forgot about the first strike. Yeah, this is gonna be a long one. Opponent drops the ballot again. Oh. Opponent does not realize what I was actually saving for. Yeah, this time finally Danita getting through. I don't mind. Yeah, first strike. Danita's really, it's a mini Acroma for all intents and purposes. You get to deal 4 damage with Mara's Outrider. I'm actually at the point where I don't really feel like, yeah, we won't play Solkanar until we absolutely have to. That said, time to start trading creatures, I guess. Opponent would Opponents should probably suss. They don't really have a choice though. I was gonna say that they should probably suss out why I'm willing to sacrifice the Phyrexian Rager, but that will be for another time. Now, no actual clerics. I don't see the need to drop that one yet. Yeah, it's really about hand management. If a creature would die, exile it instead. Wow, that. So we're not getting Danitha back if she bites the dust. Cool beans. Yeah, I'm willing to. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I will still have 3 man. Okay, we got this. Yeah, we're giving everyone up because we're. You might as well block something else. Yeah, the mass block on the Rager is probably fine, I guess. This is basically a suicide mission of sorts. Yeah, we'll do it like this because this is the more sensible one. No way to kick. Opponent might have a way to save something. It'll be annoying if they could save Nemata. Yeah, they had a way to save Nemata, I guess. Nah. So now that we know that, what's our alternate plan? I guess we now play Solkanar. This has reach, also trample and haste. And this trample is actually quite decent here. Yeah, we're now we have to start dumping. Let's hope our opponent. Well, opponent doesn't. Opponent needs to keep buffing this, I guess. So they're not gonna sack this anytime soon. Tainted Apparition. +1/+1. Oh, and the problem here is that as long as the Manta is up, this will always be a 3/3. So let's see. This one can sack 2 Saprolings. It becomes a 9. So 7 doesn't get through. Oh wait. I have a plan. The problem is they can sack and exile it instead when you do. Okay. We just need to get their life total low enough. They had an artillery blast. Well, that was worth a shot. So I might actually just play the I might actually start playing flyers just to start getting around it. Let's see how our opponent blocks. That's a given. This is going to be painful. Also, I have no idea. hold on. Yeah, not enough. We are down to 8 cards. I think our opponent's still up at 15, so we're the one who has to try to win somehow. Yeah, we're gonna start overloading the board. We need to be careful with Soul Canar. We can get our opponent down to 2, which is probably the relevant play here, but we need to get our other flyers down. We don't get the death trigger. Yeah, not gonna show our hand quite yet. Opponent's gonna. What we need to do is get through for some damage. Unfortunately, our opponent's not gonna tap out anytime soon. I can get back the monster. No, I can't get. Wait, I can get back Monstrous War Leech. I just can't cast it. So 1, 2, 3. So I have to assume one of those is a kill spell. Yeah, I'm afraid of a plummet-like effect because I need to deal 2 damage to our opponent. We are not kicking. We're down to 5 cards. Also, you need to stop playing lands. We do have a way to kill stuff, but it. Then again, if we can convince our opponent to. Opponent's place. Yeah, we might still lose this one. Do we go for it now? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. We're going for it now because we do have ways for our creatures to. Because our opponent has to answer the Senjercon, one of the flyers, and they have to block appropriately. Opponent realizing that they can't block the flyers, so they can't just trade off the War Leech. Okay, that might still be enough. I'm expecting a removal spell. I'm not expecting 2 removal spells, that's the problem. Lifelink indestructible. Oh my gosh, that takes them out of range. Hold on. So I need 5 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can pump it one more time. That's it. Okay, opponent's trying to. Well, it's indestructible anyway, so that's kind of moot. I'm surprised our opponent's not trying to draw cards. Ah no, they're trying to gain as much life as they can. That makes more sense. But unfortunately, that means Ardanita survives. He goes back up to 10. With so few cards left, it doesn't matter if our opponent ends up taking Soul Canar. So we're going to use this opportunity to snipe out as many blockers as possible. King Darian, so 7/7, has the mana to make 1 token. Yeah, they're 1 mana short. You need to play another land. Okay, plays another land. Creature tokens you control gain hexproof indestructible. Okay, so they can now block mode 2. No more Saprolings to sacrifice. Oh, I should have played this one actually. Sacrifice another cleric. Search your library for a black creature card. I don't think I have another black creature card. And this one needs to survive because I need to... Wait, hold on. Okay, let's say opponent blocks this, because otherwise that's 6 damage true. Opponent blocks this. So block, 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 that's... Because if I swung with this, that's 5, block, 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 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we have to swing with everything. Man, the math is really hard here. Opponent, yeah, does that one because that's force. That does that one to survive it. So get through for 7. Okay, we are short. So no real point pumping this. So let's see, we are down to 3 cards. Let's send our opponent down to 1. Opponent now can still make a lot of tokens actually. And in fact, they have more than enough to block our stuff. That's the problem. Man, Nemata actually kind of shut us down completely. Yeah, we're not getting past this anytime soon. We'll just have to do it that way. Oh my gosh, I'm very sorry for that really long video. Oh, I realize it's gotten so dark right now. Hold on, I'm gonna turn on the lights. Okay, that was a really long battle. So many apologies for this video being going to be inordinately long. At least we got a tainted adversary to make up for it. Let's see if we can get our final win for the day here. Just to close out this event. Wow, this kind of got really stuck on that one. This is not keepable. We have to... This is not keepable at all. We will have to mulligan this because any one black mana would save us, but we only have 7 black sources here in the whole deck. So knowing our odds, that's 7 out of 33. So that's like it's a little bit over 20%. 20%. Not taking that risk. This is much better, and we can even pitch the Choking Miasma. So we're gonna go for LS Ilkor early. It also helps if next turn would be the interesting. They had the cut down. Oh well. It is what it is. So we have Balduvian Atrocity. We're gonna hold on to that. Yeah, it's kind of awkward, though. We will be able to dome opposing creature for 5 with fire, so that's actually not so bad. Opponent did not kick it. Technically, they could have kicked it. What gives? They might have another cut down. So we'll run the Tattered Apparition first. If they had they didn't have the cut down. Oh, my bad. I was so used to cheap kickers. This one's a bit on the more expensive side. Defiler Vigor. This has Trample. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So the math is going to be very interesting here. Let's see if our opponent goes for a creature drop. Now this is a cast trigger, so I have to do it now. There's a good chance our opponent actually has a counter, which is why they were holding this up. In which case, I can concede this right away, because yeah, we can concede this right now. We're not catching up. So unfortunately, it looks like that it is possible to have protect one big dumb rare as a moment, but actually it is starting to look quite a bit like that. There are enough big dumb rares to actually wreck your opposing day. Like now. And I don't like it that the solution to big dumb rare is have your own big dumb rare. Dumb, but we can't exactly. At least Evolve Sleeper is one of those big dumb rares that it's not really a big rare, but it is quite impactful if you can get it on turn 1 and you're on the play. Still, it will die to a cut down if we don't tech it quite quickly, which cut down is, and that is an issue in itself. Opponent is tuned out for the time being, though. Okay, there we go. Let's. Okay. Let's see if our opponent might have a Lightning Strike, in which case we are forced to play Eerie Soul Tender. I will also note that for a deck that's potentially running, well, realistically 3 colors, potentially 4 colors, keeping an all swamp hand is gonna earn a quick concession if our opponent lightnings. Nope, Sprouting Goblin. That is not a Lightning Strike. but we do need to start putting counters on. But we do need to start putting counters, or else and draw cards. Okay, still within lightning strike range. Opponent didn't kick this, so this opponent is definitely playing the main. Okay, we hit our red mana. This is quite tempting. I can hold. If our opponent has like a combat trick, I can hold up Fires of Victory to get around it. I'm gonna Strength of Coalition, yeah. So it would be a 4/4. Nope. And opponent concedes there. Wow, that was a very fast one. Yeah, we were just babysitting this one rare. It also felt like that our opponent should have blocked first. At least they would have saved some damage there. There was no good reason to just. You could do it after blocks. You didn't have to do it before blocks. I was offering the block. So my minor play mistake. Don't beat yourself too much over it. I've made that mistake many times up to now, actually. But there we go. So that is I kind of wish this was Phantom Draft, but Phantom Sealed's not too bad. Fortunately, it means we have no real idea what it's like to play draft. I would suspect that between kicker and having all those lands, we are going to get a lot of 3-colored stuff. Most likely two colors centered around a certain archetype, unless it's the main, in which case it could spread out really wide. 2 colors, but with moments of splashing. Lots of kicker splashing. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.